Hey there, this is Mr. Wilfert, and I am going to go over Chapter 4, Section 3 here a little bit. It's all about congruent triangles, and when we talk about congruent triangles, it gets pretty detailed as far as what we're talking about in terms of labeling our triangles and what we're looking at. First of all, when we talk about corresponding angles and corresponding sides, what we're really talking about is um, the angles and the sides are the same in two different figures, and you create what's called a congruent polygon. Now we're really talking about triangles here in this section, but you can see in this table here we have triangle ABC and DEF, and the way that everything is labeled here is very detailed as far as um, angle A is congruent with angle D. Angle B is congruent with angle E. C and F are congruent. So when you label them in order A, B, C, and D, E, F, you are actually um, telling which angles are congruent to each other. Here's an example of a polygon here. So when you look at an example like this, and it's a little bit difficult to read, but they're saying these two triangles are congruent. You have these two triangles here, and they're congruent. You can tell already just by looking at this, the way that it's labeled is that angle R is congruent with angle X. S is congruent to Y, T is congruent to Z. And so that's how they look at the angles. And then the sides are also, the corresponding sides are also congruent as well. So it's very important how you label your triangles. In this example here, what you're looking at are two different triangles, and they're congruent to each other, and so they're side to side here, which makes it a little bit easier. We're given that this angle here is a right angle, and if we want to find x, then we know that 90 is equal to this angle here, 6x minus 12, so we can go ahead and solve for x. And then we can use the fact that all three angles add up to be 180, and we can go ahead and find the other missing angles. There will be a couple of proofs in here as well as you read through, and you want to use some of these theorems and properties that we've talked about to show that the two triangles are congruent. And again, basically, you want to make sure that the correct sides and angles are labeled correctly with that. Finally, in this example here, and this is kind of a good tip, if you have triangles that are overlapping, it's always nice if you can kind of separate those, and then it's a little bit easier to tell which are the corresponding sides and which sides and angles are congruent. Such as this example here. We're actually trying to prove that angle or triangle JKL is congruent to triangle MLK, and you can kind of separate those two triangles, and then again use your definitions and theorems and different properties to prove that those two triangles are congruent. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Congruent triangles are very important, and we can solve a lot of different problems with those. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know, and thank you.